Sweet home.
Oh. Oh, what is that smell?
What are you doing there? The smells? Power tools going all hours of the night? I hear screaming coming from your apartment.
I'll just try and say I'm sorry. She gonna open your gift? Eat it now.
I don't know what's in that.
It's just meat.
I'm not eating that.
Try to do a nice thing, you know? You're just like my mom. Counting on me when I ain't done nothing wrong.
I called you for months. And it's too late. Y'all came so late.
Eat it. Okay.
You like seeing a man in pain, didn't you? And that 14-year-old boy, you did them horrible things to him.
I drugged him first so they wouldn't feel anything.
Well, you about to feel every second of this. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Hello? Who's that? Oh, hi. What are you doing out in this mess?
1, 2. You're all doomed. 3.
We weren't doing anything. We were just messing up.
4. 5. 6.
'Must be my imagination.
7.
Can I help you? Hello?
8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Friday, the 13th. You may only see it once, but that will be enough. Friday, the 13th.
Brother, get the flamer. The heavy flamer. We are the angels of death. My abilities may manifest. Feel the flight of the chapter's finest.
I would like to file a complaint.
I love how indiscriminate you are with your flame. You don't need to whip it like a noodle at a swimming pool. Like, what the fuck?
Purge it in flame.
Burn in holy fire.
The time has come, brothers. No mercy.
Shitpost/heresy alert! If you're offended when someone goofs up the lore or talks shit about your favorite chapter of Space Marines, please. Welcome to the grim darkness of the future, where peace, happiness, and prosperity have been replaced by war, death, and destruction. Not necessarily in that order, but necessarily in mass quantities.
I will endure 1,000 deaths before I yield.
In the last episode, 9 months ago, we were introduced to the sentient fungi known as the orcs, the corn-worshipping heretics known as the forces of chaos that make the civilian casualties of World War II look like a picnic.
Skulls for the skull throne! Blood for the blood god!
List of cornate massacres. This list is incomplete. You can help by expanding it.
man!
And most importantly, the Space Marines of the Imperium of Man, led by the venerate Emperor himself.
We are one in the Emperor and the will of man.
And as much as I'd love to hear about your hyper-intelligent Dark Elder waifu, the dumbass weeaboo space communists, and the rattle me bones robots, the Xenos stealing your shit this time around are the Gene Stealer Tyranids.
Your infestation spreads no further, alien!
It may sound like despotic deja vu for someone to be stealing your shit again, but that's usually the way these 40k games go. Xenos are either killing something, breaking something, or stealing something. You're deployed to intervene, you realize the shit is fucked, and you may as well blow it all up anyways, and then you blow it all up.
None who live can survive the flame.
Which may beg the question from your perspective, why not just blow it all up in the first place? Like Exterminatus nuke from orbit. And to that I retort,
Because it is the Emperor's will, and also purging is really, really fun, brother.
the Gene Stealers are doing just that on one of your space hulks called the Elethros, and you're the librarian in charge of salvaging anything of value and purging the Xeno filth.
Your heresy stops here!
Alongside Devastator Barakeel, Apothecary Nahum, and Shotcaller Belial, you make up Deathwing, the first company of the Dark Angels chapter.
We are the Angels of Death!
The whole Dark Angels in bone white armor may be a little confusing, but it's only Deathwing. The rest of the Dark Angels are actually green, even though the Salamanders are already green, but the Salamanders are almost always on fire, so it's not that hard to—
Brother, enough with the lore!
Brothers, retribution is at hand. It is our strength. We are the sons of Caliban. Let fury guide your weapons. Let vengeance be your song. We are the angels of death, and our enemies shall fall.
Decked out in Terminator armor, you're larger and more formidable than your ordinary Space Marine, but not so huge that you can't fit through doorways like a menacing full-size dreadnought.
None may block our path.
And you better believe you're gonna need this intimidating armor, because the Gene Stealers you're up against, well, they're not exactly small.
By the Emperor, can the Xenos get any bigger?
And you may be thinking, at least I have 2 Dark Angel Terminators to help me.
Wrong.
I know it may be heresy to shit-talk fellow Terminators.
Bold words for someone in assault cannon range.
Delete this heresy.
Heresy, it burns. We heard you were talking shit, brother.
But short of dispensing a few cookie-cutter voice lines and soaking up damage, they are useless.
We are the Angels of Death. Overwhelming. That is like one single Xeno. Steady yourself, brother.
Discipline is their sole strength, as in even if they are on the brink of death, they will not heal themselves unless you instruct them to.
If I need to die, I die standing.
So if you really want to get heretical, you can instruct Apothecary Nahum to constantly juice himself up with self-heals like a fiending junkie, and he becomes a Tyranid Broodlord punching bag while you inflict heavy damage on whatever's attempting to eat you.
Tyranid bait is not the right word, brother. I prefer expeditionary Tyranid punching bag.
Your skill tree allows you to make these fellow brothers of yours more powerful, yourself more powerful, or grant additional purging abilities, and I sure as shit didn't blow any of it on them.
Yes, Brother Barakeel, I realize you want better armor, but I can now purge heretics in 3 different kinds of fire.
At least your objectives are simple, because you'll usually see a one-word description like fight or destroy off in the distance, and I think you already know what the hell you're doing here. So let me save my breath.
The Xenos are coming. We have to exterminate them at all costs.
I'm gonna need more Bolter for this heresy. I'm confused by this heresy, brother. Are the foul Xenos just purging themselves?
Predictably, once this string of objectives is complete, you realize the Gene Stealers lived up to their names by stealing your genes and decide to incinerate the place Exterminatus style.
It was impossible to remove the traces of our gene seed from the bodies of the aliens. So Grandmaster Belial vowed to destroy everything instead.
Consider this a clear division in the video.
Our guns have fallen silent, brother.
Because the single player, especially on the No Mercy difficulty, can be a frustrating, overwhelming with annoyance, and underwhelming with content experience where you feel like a lone guardsman against a legion of Xenos. Let me tell you about the Tyranids! But the multiplayer is 5 times better, a totally different animal, and it feels heretical even looping it in with a single single player because it's a completely distinct experience.
Xenophobia increases.
You know you're in a 40K game when instead of saying waiting for players, it's waiting for brothers.
Waiting for brother.
I'm getting too loyal for this shit. Brother.
What you got in there? In here? Doom.
Hey kids, let's talk about Doom. Y'all know what Doom is. People say to me, they say, Pro Doom when, Civvy? Actually, they say, where's Pro Blood Postmortem? I was waiting for End Blood to come out, and now it has, so... soon. And since I wanted to do a video on Sigil, John Romero's upcoming whole new episode, it'd be a good idea to do Doom now. Now, you've seen Pro Wang, Pro Blood, Pro Postal, right? Pro Doom is going to be different, because I'm way better at Doom than any of those games. Because it's way, way easier. Doom is in my blood. If I ever have kids, they're going to come out circle strafing. Doom is the alpha, the omega, the original, one of the most important video games to ever exist. It's like Mario, but instead of plumbing, it's obsessive demon murder. I've spent more time with Doom than I have with my family. So while I'm probably going to revisit it again for, say, Thy Flesh Consumed, or Doom 2, and certainly Plutonia, but there are some ground rules here. 1, we play on ultraviolence, the gentleman's way to play Doom. 2, while we are using a source port, GZ Doom in this case, we're using the True Color software renderer to get the most out of the dark areas and fuzzy specters. But what's the difference between the renderers, Civvy? You pedantic fuck. OpenGL isn't the same, it's just not. It kind of muddles everything, you know, smooths it out too much. 3, we're not using Brutal Doom. We are using Smooth Doom's weapons, though. Not the enemies, because I think that's altering the experience too much, because the enemies in Doom, they have a certain way of telegraphing their attacks. You'll see it. And also, I had to slightly tweak the shotgun in Smooth Doom because the timing was off. Not to toot my own horn here, but when I booted it up and picked up the first shotgun, I noticed immediately that it was off and I had to fix it. Number 4, no vertical mouse look coupled with Doom's original auto-aiming. Oh yeah. Number 5, no saving. When I die, tough shit. It's back to the beginning of the level with nothing but your pistol. I'm excited. 6, I have to finish this can of Monster Ultra Zero Energy, which is easily the hardest part of this run. Okay. God, that's terrible. We're gonna kill the shit out of this meme. And of course, we start in the iconic E1M1 in Knee Deep in the Dead. Drink it in. When Doom came out, it was installed on more computers than Windows. I'm sure that includes the shareware version, which was Knee Deep in the Dead. I don't want to say that this is John Romero's finest hour. He only made 7 out of these 9 maps, and E1M4 was started by Tom Hall. But the ones Romero made are easily the best levels in Doom, and some of the most iconic and groundbreaking designs. You guys want to know why John Romero had an ego? Because he made the video game equivalent of Thriller, and on Ultraviolence, it's a first-time player's worst nightmare. Shotgunners greet you almost as soon as you start. They're the chain gunners of Doom 1. Bastard hit scanners, but it's not like in a build engine game where they start shooting you as soon as they see you. Up close, they can be deadly, but I'm not worried. It's funny because on Ultraviolence you get a shotgun from them in the first room, but on lower skills you can't find one except in this secret. If you're stuck with the pistol, you poor bastard, here's a fun thing. The way Doom's pistol works is that it becomes less accurate when you hold down the fire button, but if you wait for its animation to finish and then fire again, your shots never miss. This is practically useless information because you will almost never use the pistol. And it's taken me longer to talk about this level than it did to play it. It feels weird explaining how these monsters work to people because it's so much simpler than like any shooter I've done a pro series on, which is why this is only one episode. All the monsters telegraph their attacks, it's a little less noticeable on hit scanning enemies, but imps, pinkies, barons, cacodemons, cyber demons, spider demons, and... oh. Lost souls. That's the whole enemy roster. I didn't count specters because they're just black fuzzy pinkies. And you don't even see half the monsters in episode 1. Imps throw fireballs. Get close and they claw at you. Treat with shotgun. If problem persists, treat with more shotgun. I bitched about how the timing was off in this mod on the shotgun, but it's important. This shotgun is the granddaddy of FPS shotguns, and it gets overshadowed by the absolute beast of a super shotgun in Doom 2. Still a great, powerful, satisfying weapon. Decent at long range, even. I forgot the pink demons don't show up until level 3, but when they do, they're right there. 3 shotgun blasts, 2 if the RNG's on your side, and of course, stun locking with the chainsaw. All the monsters have a certain dance you have to perform with them, but killing them before they started is the best way to play. Chain gun all these zombies and imps, my fucking god, running through these areas and just massacring all of them. Ah, it's beautiful. And then the game